Hey guys, coming to you from my sunroom, which is filled to the brim with all of my plants. I just brought them in from the back porch. It's wintertime. A lot of them won't be able to sustain out in the cold temperatures, so this is just the beginning of what's going to be probably double the amount in this room very shortly. And then you can also see my little Mary here, who I recovered from the mud, quite literally. She was one of the pieces in my display at Altamont Vintage Annex, and literally I found her when I went in along with all of my jewelry covered in mud from the Swananoa River. And for the most part, I've gotten her cleaned up. There's some mud in her like nook and crannies, but I kind of like it that way. Anyway, I wanted to do a reading specifically about Psychopomp work. We are still experiencing tremendous amounts of loss in the Western North Carolina area, Northeastern Tennessee, and Georgia, of course, but I'm seeing the lot of it happening up here. I am still moving souls. I don't talk about it, but it's something that I have accepted as my new reality temporarily. I won't be doing this work probably by next month, but when I do my work during the day, I'm currently reading one person a day, and then I am volunteering whenever I can, catching sleep whenever I can, and then when I go to bed, I'm still moving souls over, and that is called Psychopomp work. When I first heard the word psychopomp this year, I thought it was like someone who was like an asshole. It was like maybe it was like a medium that was full of themselves. It's not that. Even though you may, I don't know everyone. I've met a couple medium who are jerks too. It's not mutually exclusive to the normies, but psychopomp work is basically helping people who are confused on where they're at when they cross over move over to the other side. You will find that work in a lot of death doulas when they work with people who are in transition. But essentially, it is navigating a spirit soul from the liminal space that they are in, because we just had a massive disaster in the Western North Carolina area. I'm going to be honest with you, I have seen hundreds of people on the other side, if not thousands. I know there's a lot of rumors and a lot of people in higher office saying that there's a lot of misinformation happening, and they're right. I just don't know what side they're on when they mention that. I see the numbers coming out, and I think I saw something about like 92 people declared dead and a couple people missing, and it was like a New York Times article, and I was like, dude, check your sources, and maybe their sources are the ones that are wrong. Anyway, I digress. That's a whole other post. The numbers out there are wrong. I want to say in the Western North Carolina area, Tennessee area, thousands. Judging from the amount of people going through the till that I've been witnessing on the spirit side. But that said, I wanted to do a reading today about people who are exploring psychopomp work. I put it out there a couple weeks ago, and a ton of you responded, which I'm so grateful. I put a candle ritual out there as well. A bunch of you responded with questions. I probably had about 200 people respond with questions and clarifications. I appreciate that. And how to open ceremony ritual, close ceremony ritual properly when doing that candle exercise. But as much as I have been existing during the day and sleeping / moving souls at night, I'm exhausted. And last week I performed ceremony with my friend Wisteria. We conducted a circle of women who had intuitive gifts, and some were just curious and wanted to participate, and we were fortunate enough that we created enough of an environment where souls felt free to come in. Each person was tasked with 11 souls to move, and we did 175 total that night. I don't keep a running toll on, or a running number on it. But I know that there's a lot more moving because of the people who have reached out to me. I just want to let you guys know that you are doing the work, and continue to do so, please. There are a ton of people out there still looking to be moved forward. And not just that, but I will say this, be really open to any messages that come through as well. You're going to be surprised that some people may try to reach out to you like they have been with me. And they may want to move forward, but also let you know where their physical body is located. And that's something that I've been getting a lot of right now. But this reading is for people who are interested in the work, interested in the Psychopomp work. And I want to say this, it starts with this. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is Pentacles are self-worth. This is a statement about the Psychopomp work itself. And before I jump into it, I want to just let everyone know that this work isn't exclusive just to a few people, right? It's not like, oh, only this person can do that, only this person can do that. Oh, you have to be trained by Hecate or whatever. Like, that's actually not the case. That makes you better at what you do, and it makes it kind of like streamlines the process, but it doesn't mean that you can't pursue it. This card tells me that Psychopomp work is the work, and if it's something that speaks to you, pursue it. Your challenge, which is often the case, is knowing that you are enough. A lot of times people are blocked by intuition, or blocked in their intuition because of their conditioning. They are told, you can't do that. A priest can only do that, or God can only do that, or, you're not worthy, you're too stupid, or, you're not good at this, right? All of these little swords that tell us that we're not enough. This is your challenge in stepping into that work. And this reading, again, is specifically for people who are interested or are on the path to practicing full-on Psychopomp work. And the reality of it is, people die every day. People need their souls moved forward every day. This could be a daily task. This would be a daily work. This could be your purpose, right? I'm going to be honest with you, even though it's something that kind of dropped into my lap with the Helene disaster, it's something that I'm not going to pursue. Believe it or not, I really like being a messy human being, and I like working with people and their mess. And so I like living in the psychic realm, channeling realm, more so than mediumship. It doesn't mean that I don't love bringing people's loved ones through. That said, there are people out there who are going to be freaking great at Psychopomp work, but your first hurdle is to get over this narrative that you are not enough and that there's no way that you could do this. Sometimes a lot of people's families, if they are more of like a conservative Christian based, don't approve of this work and don't actually think it's real. That's another part of these swords. They could probably be like the whole sword section over here. Is your fear based off of what other people have told you about this work. The outcome of recognizing that this is what you're supposed to do, getting past all the conditioning that tells you that you shouldn't be doing this. The outcome is doing the work. 3 of Pentacles is creating community around it, to be honest with you. There is an incredible community around death doula-ship, I guess if you call it, in the Asheville area. I've met a ton of people when I was living in Los Angeles who do the work. I'm not saying that to be a Psychopomp you have to be a death doula, but usually those two worlds kind of coexist. But you create community around this. The more that we talk about this work, I'm bummed that I'm 43 years old and I just heard about Psychopomp work this year, right? But the more that you step into this, the more that you pay attention, the more that you really, really, really dive into it and stay open-hearted about it, you create community around it. And I love that. And I wanted to keep this reading short, even though we're at 9 minutes. We all know how long-winded I am. But I want to really put it out there right now. Keep doing the work. Keep listening to your higher self, and flush out all those voices that really don't matter. If this is what you're meant to do, then fucking go for it. Find your purpose and completely dive headfirst into it, because you can. That's the reality around it. And chances are you're not the only one. Much love, guys. Take care.